Hey, this is Slap Out Lash Girl Melissa. I always say that. I'm from a town called Slap Out, Alabama, honestly. That's why I call myself that. But I have got this beautiful, beautiful look for you today. And you will not believe what I used. So I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm almost 61, and my skin is just glowing. And my eyes and the lips. So keep watching, girlfriend. I think you will love it. I am so excited to do this for you. The ladies on Ladies Night were like, what? Never. And it looked so good. And it was the first time I'd ever done it. Okay. I saw it on TikTok and it kind of resonated with me. I'm like, that's genius. It is, because it gives you a nice cohesive look all over. So what I've already done right now is I put on my eye primer. Love this. This is Younique's eye primer. And then we're going to take a big fluffy brush like this, okay? And I've got my It's sitting right here in my little tray. And I'm going to set that because I don't want it to be too tacky, because if it's too tacky, it's going to grab color in one spot and you're going to have a hard time blending it out, okay? So make sure you kind of seal the deal here. And this really helps in this hot humidness of Alabama too. I mean, woo, Lord, girl. The index here has been like 117, and the humidity is ridiculous. We had a huge storm yesterday, and when I got home, my whole table was blowing over. My umbrellas were out in the yard. It was bad. It was bad. I had to drive home in that too. Okay, so what this does, it gets rid of that real tacky feeling, and now when you touch it, you've got a nice, perfect, smooth canvas to do what we're going to do today with. Now, I am going to use, these are the things I'm going to use. This is a bronzer. This is Younique's bronzer, and it's in the color light. We're going to use this on my eyes. And we're also going to use golden. Now, don't judge me. I dropped this, and I still use it. It's kind of, it's a powder, but I know it's sad looking. It's a powder, but yeah, it's like a little cream. And this is called Golden, which is a highlighter. So these are the two I'm going to pair on my eyes so that we can get a neutral look first before we go and we add the drama color. Okay, so I have my 202 brush here by BK Beauty, and then I have my bronzer. Take just a little bit of this. I always like to look straight on into my eye and just do it like that. That way when I look up, I can still see it. And I know that I have placed it in the right place for me, because I do have, you know, hooded eyes. So bring it up just a little higher if you can't see it. This is what I do every single time. There we go. Now I can see it good. This, you can, don't be afraid to use bronzer or something like this. If you want to use eyeshadow, use eyeshadow. You do you, okay? But here's where we go. I'm going to pop some of this over here, and we're just going to create like a nice little neutral eye look. And then we're going to add something absolutely gorgeous to it. I was so shocked when I did it. I had forgotten about this technique. I really did. And, you know, life is so busy for me right now. You know, I'm still working full time. And, you know, some days I don't know which end is coming and going. But it's true. It depends on how busy it is at work. And so sometimes, you know, I just get kind of burnt out a little bit. And then on weekends, I really just don't want to do anything. But I always look forward to doing this. Always. And I'll always look forward to Ladies Night. And I do lives in the morning before I go to work. So us ladies have breakfast together, coffee together. It's so much fun. I don't know what I would do without this in my life. It's really, really changed my life. And I think, you know, when I had my mom that lived here with me, you know, she had dementia. She passed away, a year and a half ago here at my home. And I mean, my life, everything, I don't know how I did it all. And if I did not have the support of all those women, y'all, it was just, they were so nice and so kind and generous, you know, to check on me, to ask about her, or even ask about me, you know, because sometimes the caregiver is tired too. True. I was so tired being up at night, you know, with her. Now we're going to use this. This is a shader liner brush. And then this is Golden. She good. I can still use Golden. Just tap it in, because it is the cool thing about this, if this had been a powder, I wouldn't have been able to put it back in here, okay? This is creamy powder? I don't know how you say that. But pat is your friend right here. I used to say that a lot, and I'm going to tell you that again. Pat is your friend. Why? Because when you're putting shiny stuff on your eye, you want to make sure that you don't just swipe it on, because what happens is, what's wrong with our eyes? We have crepiness, and it's going to show every little skin cell that you have if you go swiping it. It just doesn't go on as pretty. Now this goes on really nice because it does have a little bit of, you know, the cream base to it. And I just think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful on the eye, and it will complement anyone. So this is the reason I chose these two things. You may already have something like this, but I'll put everything down in the description box that I've used. I just think it's pretty. It's just a very soft look, right? Look at that, girl. Now comes the fun part. All right, one more thing before we head on with the good stuff, okay? I forgot. I'm bad about that. You're going to need a smaller little brush. And Laid Back is one of my favorite pressed powder eyeshadows ever, hands down. I love it, and it's being discontinued. So I went going through my things, and I found this. And this is Humble. Now, this is one of those trio eyeshadow little things. This is Younique stuff. This color here is very, very close to it. It might just be a tad darker, but I have to have a lighter color up underneath my eyebrows. Now, yeah, could I use concealer? I could, but I really love the softness of this. It just softens those edges, and I'm going to continue to use the Laid Back that I have. I don't have much left, but you know, when it's gone, it's gone. So I do have a backup now. This one is my backup color. But there's 3 different kinds of these, but this one's really pretty. This would be pretty for fall. Be a really nice little palette for fall. You can put it in your purse. That way you can touch it up when you need to, if you have to, throughout the day. If you're like me, you put your hands on your face when you're sitting at your desk. And like this, you know, you start messing it up. Because a lot of times I get, you know, I have to think about things before I keep going forward. And I'm bad about doing this. So that's my issue right there. But I wanted to tell you that little tidbit real quick. Now the fun part begins. When I did this the other night, I had not tried it, like I said, and I was really shocked. I was surprised at how pretty it was, and what a beautiful color it gave to your face. A very youthful look. So that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I'll be 61 in September. So we're getting older, girlfriends, and so we need something to help us out here. Now this is Pink Dahlia. It is a blush, so we're going to use a blush. And you can use any color blush you want to. That just depends on you. I happen to like this one because it is a pretty kind of a rosy pink. It's not too bright. It's not too dark. I absolutely love it. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to, you know, not go past my eye here, and we're just going to place this here, because this is going to be my blush. But we are going to use something like this in just a second. I love it. I was really blown away, because when I did it the other night, it was the first time I had ever done it. I had just watched a tutorial on it, and I was like, okay, that is like neat. I have to try it. But this is a beautiful color. Now you got to make sure that it's a cream blush. You can always come back over, you know, here if you want to add some highlight or something like that. I could pick up golden and put some golden over this, which I probably will do. Now, I always like to come across my nose just a little bit, just so it looks a little cohesive and the color comes. It looks like you've been kissed by the sun, you know what I'm saying? I don't get in the sun no more, so anymore. I'm sorry. If I speak, I'm Southern, so if I say something you don't understand, please ask me, because I don't realize it till it comes out of my mouth, and then I go, they're not going to understand what I do then. So we're going to take a brush. This is a fluffy crease brush. Wonderful brush. And then we're going to take this blush, and we're going to do this. Yes. We are going to add this to our eyes. Now, when I did this the other night, I was totally shocked. So I'm going to start with this eye here. And what we're going to do is bring it right in this area. It is so darn pretty. I kind of freaked out a little bit when I first did it. I'm going to wipe some off. You can always come back, remember now. Don't go in with a bunch and just blend it. I just think that's so pretty. And it's, you know, blush. And it complements here. Everything's kind of cohesive, and I like that. And it just is fun to do something different. If somebody asks you, say, gosh, your eyes look good, you can say, well, I'm wearing blush. And maybe tell them about this little trick. I don't think it's a new trick. It's something that's been around. But I think it was like one of the old school, probably way back when they really didn't have a whole lot of color probably and eyeshadows and things like that. Somebody came up with the idea, hey, let's just use blush. See, I'm going to bring some of it down here. Just kind of blend it out. And the cool thing about it is we set it with some powder. So when you go to touch this, it's not going to feel tacky at all because it's laying on top of that powder. So it's not going to crease. And I wore it all day. And I'm just going to tell y'all, I did it this week, and this heat and humidity here, it held up. So then this is by Anastasia. You can use whatever you have. You don't have to go buy anything different. You could use peach colors. You could use a deeper color than this. That's just up to you. I really like the light kind of color. So when I was looking through all my things, I had this one. And I thought, you know, I'll just try it with that one, because that one would probably be really pretty mixed with a little bronzer and you know, this highlight here. And it is. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, we are going to add a little bit of liner to this and some mascara, of course. And we are also going to use this on our lips. Okay, so what I've done is add a little bit of liner on this side. This is proper. It is a dark chocolate colored liner. It is waterproof. It will stay on until you take it off. And one cool thing, look at that wine girl, woo! And I'm blending it back in. Now that's all I'm gonna do for any kind of drama. Now I'm gonna take this little brush here. This is number 210, and this is a BK Beauty brush, and I love it. And so with us older ladies, we don't want maybe, unless you can pull it off, girlfriend, go ahead and do it. I really like to kind of diffuse that line so that it's just softer. And I don't really want a wing. Although sometimes wings are fun, but I'm just not gonna, you know, I'm older. I need more simplicity. And so this little brush allows me to be able to do that. Now, I have not put my concealer on under my eyes, so I'm gonna add that. And then we'll come back and do our mascara. Okay, under eyes are done. Isn't that pretty? I love RMS concealer. This is what it looks like. It comes in a little thing like this. This is going to last me forever. I use the color 11, okay? I can't remember how many colors there are, but this stuff is wonderful. And when I apply this, you know, I make sure everything's moisturized really well. Apply it with my fingers. I use my fingers now it's the best tool ever. And then what I do is I come back and I get this oil right here. And this is RMS's, it's an Kakadu Evening Beauty. It's oil, in other words. I'll put everything in the description box. But I love it. And you take just a tad. I put the concealer on, and then I put just a tad of that across it and let it sit for a few seconds, you know, maybe 4 or 5 seconds. And then I powder. And then it's just perfect. And nothing settles in your lines. This is the best trick ever. I need to show y'all how to do that, don't I? I do. Now, this is Younique's brand new Quadra, oh my gosh, mascara. Well, it's wonderful. It has a brush side, and then it has these little synthetic bristles right here that are very, very small. So the brush side you use first, then you turn it, and this is the side that makes your lashes longer. Now, this does have a primer already in it. It has a growth serum in it. So it has 2 other things. I'll put everything right here. I'll put a little thing right there so you can see what all this has in it. It is absolutely wonderful, and it's a tubing mascara. So I love it. It doesn't clump together. It's just beautiful when you put it on. And when you take that other side, I have to look at it. There it is. Because you can see the difference. And you just kind of roll it like this. And kind of push it up. And your lashes, over time, are going to hopefully grow, and you're not going to have, you know, short little lashes anymore. And I've seen the results from other people who have been using this like in a trial period, and it's like, wow, you know, it is an amazing mascara. And one thing I love about it is, have you ever had a mascara that you've worn and you go looking in the mirror and you got all these little black spots sitting underneath? It won't happen with this. There is no fallout like that. And I absolutely love it. And once it dries, it's very touchable. It's not tacky. They're not like stiff. You know what I'm saying? It's just wonderful. It's probably it's the best mascara I've used. Now, I love 4D now, don't get me wrong. But this is better. They've really come up with a winner here. Okay, my mascara's done. What do you think? Oh gosh, I love it. Love it. And we're going to take a little bit of this, the same liner we used, and we're just going to add it underneath here. The reason I like to use the liner instead is you don't have any fallout, okay? That's key. And in the hot, humid weather here, it stands up really well. You know, I don't wind up having blobs anymore when I do it this way. You know, it's the worst thing in the world. You walk into the bathroom and you look and there's a big blob sitting right here. I'm like, really? And nobody's told me that. Okay. Nobody's told me, hey girl, you got that blob. You need to go get it all. I would tell somebody that. I would. I was like, girl, I'm just going to tell you, you need to go in the bathroom and check that. I mean, that's what I would do. I wouldn't say it out loud in front of people. But yeah, that's what I would do. Now I'm just doing a little tight lining right here. In the outer corner. I don't come all the way in because my eyes are really close set. And so, you know, it just doesn't work for me that way. There we go. Oh, I like it. I'm going to add a little bit right here with my thing. There we go. Now we're perfect. So, what do you think of this? I was blown away. Now, probably I'd heard of it some time back, and then maybe I just forgot about it. Because I honestly was just like, really? I'm doing that. I'm trying it out. So now we have it on our eyes. Now we have it on our cheeks, and now we're going to put it on our lips. Now, I do have on Hottie Lip Plumper. Younique's Hottie. So my lips are like ready and moist for whatever I'm going to put on. Now I'm going to use Maybelline, my Griege. You know, I love that. I'm going to use this just to outline. And then we're going to add, I think I just put it in the center of my lips, not on every part of my lips. What do y'all think? I think I'll do that. You do you, okay? I'm just going to try that, and I think that's what I did the other night. Now, I'm come right across there because I need to make my lips look a little bigger. And that's one way to do it. Purse and draw. It does, it works. Bad thing is, you know, most of the time you have to reapply this over and over throughout the day when you're drinking, whatever you're doing and eating. Yeah, that is so pretty. I'm telling you, it's the prettiest lip color I have ever used. Now, we used to have one called Need Me with Younique, and it's the same color. And I went on a search trying to find something that was complementary to that one. And so that was it. And you can get it on Amazon. Sometimes you can find it. I think I found it in Walmart. And then I tried it and I was like, oh, and then you couldn't find it anywhere. So that's the reason I just ordered it off of Amazon. I ordered 4 of them at the same time. I don't want to run out. So I'm going to use my finger here to apply this. And we're going to pop it like right in the center, like right here. Just kind of blend it. Oh, so many ways to do things. If you try this, please come back and leave a comment and tell me, you know, how it worked for you. I just blown away. I just love it. And It's so pretty. Everything looks cohesive. I mean, doesn't it look more youthful to you? Now, here's something you can do too. You can either add a highlight, or you could go to Target or Amazon and get you this stuff here. I actually was lucky enough to get 2 in Target, okay, last weekend. So this is what I'm talking about. It has, see the golden goodness running around in there? Oh, girl, it's so pretty on. Now, I typically will use this instead of adding a highlighter, but if I was going to add a highlighter, oh, I did get this too. This is a Revolution highlighter. Pretty. I got this at Target. I went in there to get these. See, here's a full one. And then I saw this laying there, and it's like little pearls looking in there. So I don't know if I can find that, but I know I can use golden. Let's use golden, because I've never seen anything like that before. That was pretty cool. That was pretty darn cool. Let's see, I need a brush. Let's use this brush. We just need something like this. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and just kind of barely pop it right up through here, because I did put concealer up through there to you know, clean that up. And now I can add a little highlight, and then we're gonna add Revolution, and then we will be done, done, done. See, that gives a really pretty sheen. I like golden. I need to buy another one since I broke that one, but I hadn't done it yet. I guess when that one's like totally about gone, I will do it. Now, let's grab this. Let's grab a beauty blender and let's spray it a couple of times and then dab it. Dab it. And then I always come down to the center of my face too, like that. I love it. And then what I do at the very, very end, I will use Younique's priming mist to spray over it so that it sets everything. That'll be the final thing that I do. Now, if you want to add some highlight here, I don't really have an eyeshadow sitting here, but however, you could take, let's see, let me see what's in my stuff. I got so much stuff, it's crazy. Let's look, that's bronzed. That's frosty, that's too much. Here's blushing. Let's try blushing. These are all my highlighters. Now frosty is like really like frosty, looks like snow. So, but this has got a nice little pink hue to it. So let's try that. And you know what this does? It actually sets your lipstick too. Or your blush is your lipstick. Isn't that fun? So pretty. That gave it a nice little sheen. I didn't want it to be like too shiny, but that is perfect. And now, it's not coming off. I love that trick. That's one of my favorite tricks to do. Last step. This is the priming set by Younique. Love it. It's a very fine mist. And you just spray it on. It feels so good when it lands on your face. It's refreshing. It's cooling. It even smells good. It's got a really light scent to it. I don't know what it is, but it smells clean is what it smells like. Okay. So, you know, always fluff your hair when you get done. When I walk outside, my hair is going to go because it's too hot here. But so I hadn't been trying to fix it much. I wear a lot of my ponytails. But there you go. What do you think? We have blush, blush, blush. Isn't that cool? I hope you try this. Try it with what you have. I'll put this color in there, you know, in the description box, because I think it's just a beautiful color. It's not too dark. It's not too light. It's like perfect in the middle pink. And that's the reason I chose this one. And it is very creamy. So, and I hope they still have this color. I probably got it maybe 6 months ago, something like that. But, however, it did a beautiful job. It was the perfect pink color for me. It goes with my top too. I got on pink. So please like and share and click that notification bell, girl. I am on here on Sundays. It's not going to be very long before I'm going to change my life. I'm working on it. And hopefully I will be able to do this like full time. And I'll do this and some other things and maybe work at a boutique. I don't know. That would be fun. Then I could do fashion shows for y'all. Yes. And that's another thing I want to get into is like clothes and jewelry, and I've got all these things in my head that I want to do. Okay, so I keep looking at that. That is so darn pretty. It's a very soft look, and I think that's what I love about it. It's very, for us as older ladies, this is the trick. Get that little natural looking glow, and that's what it gives you. It even brightens up your eyes without really brightening them up. Does that make sense? Girl, go try it. All right. I will see y'all next time. See you later.